The hell?
What the hell is even that?
What the hell is going on? What the hell?
What the hell is that?
What the hell is wrong with you people?
What the hell? What the hell? WTHN, this is the show where you will hear what the hell matters to us now. Local celebrities, family, friends, and your everyday person. Talking about what the hell real people talk about. WTHN, starting now.
Hello, y'all. It is 6:30 on the dot. Welcome to WTHN. What the hell now? All right, and so today we are doing a part two because it stirred up some people I see about the dating scene now, and some of the men were saying that it was, the women fault about the dating scene now, that they causing most of the problems. And so I got a few messages behind it. I got some people commenting after the last show. And so it seemed like some people were saying that it was the ladies' fault. What's wrong with the dating scene now? And so y'all come on in. Defend yourself. Defend yourself, ladies. I know it's a few people that said they was gonna come on in, so I want to make sure that y'all tap in. Hey there, Vanessa. I ain't seen you in a minute, lady. Hey there, Mr. Edward. Hello, Edward. Yes, for sure, Miss Brittany. Of course, I want to hear y'all opinions and what y'all have to say about this, because this part two, I think it's gonna be real good here. All right, because oh, there's Libby. Hey there, Libby. All right, y'all. What the hell is wrong with the dating scene now? The word was, it's the ladies. And so, ladies, come on. Let me know something. Let me know something. Brittany, let's see. You want to come on and see something scene now? Because a few of the guys said that it's the women that's causing trouble between the dating scene now. They doing fine. And so I want to hear y'all opinions. I want to hear what y'all got to say to defend yourselves. Because I know, I mean, what I think is wrong with the dating scene now, but I'm on the outside looking in because I'm in it. And so I can, but I do have friends that are single, and I do have people that just reach out, And let's see, the dating scene, hella toxic, both sides. It's too much. They expect too much. I agree, Edward. I do. Hey there, my guy, you in the building. Yes. I put my 2 cents in the comments, though, and it's very well appreciated. And so, what do you think? We got Mr. Edward. He said what he said, and I agree too, because both sides are kind of toxic right now. I said in the last show that I believe that people just don't really know what they want anymore, or what to expect. And so people's expectations are like way up here, and some of them don't deserve that. Well, I ain't gonna say don't deserve it. I'm not one to say who deserves what, but at the same time, you gotta give a little bit of what you expect. You can't just show up and say I'm me. I deserve everything. And so that would be great. And so let me see. Hey there. Let's see here. All right. I see Edward said people base their dating life off a few people they see on social media. And social media is fake as hell. Guys expect their women to be picture perfect and submissive, and women expect their men to be a baller and a boss and take everything and give them an unusual lifestyle. Chevy, hey there. Say, I hate I missed the first part of the convo, but just offhand, I believe a lot of people are have unrealistic expectations or want an unfair exchange from the other. And that's just for starters. Brittany said, I'm single. I have 6 kids. The inconsistency sucks on both sides. I definitely don't know what I want. Well, damn. Okay. I definitely, the men I've dealt with in the past would flip out if I didn't respond immediately. I also do not invite people to my house because of the kids. They're my priority, but I have needs for companionship or needs. I'm allowed to have those met. I can be consistent with respect, which is the last thing some will give a woman in my situation. Your situation meaning that you have 6 kids. Because I know this. I see. I understand. I do. We can hear everyone fine. Great. Thank you, Mike. So I decided I don't date. I prefer to be single. Well. If you don't mind, believe that too. Let me see. Unfair exchange facts. Yeah, it's a lot that goes along with that, because it's a difference with a woman having 6 kids, because most of the time, they live with her. A man can have 6 kids and out of sight, out of mind, and be dating just fine, and they don't even have to, deal with them kids unless they got them on the weekends, or something like that, or unless they are actually co-parenting and dealing with the kids more than just 2-3 days a week. It's a difference, because these men got these kids spread out too now. Y'all can't do that to these women. It's 17-4. Bless your heart, girl. You got a little while to go. Bless your heart. Feel way more entitled than what they actually deserve, only because the women before the woman they have now put them on a pedestal for doing the minimum, because the guy before didn't do shit. Well, oh, Edward, tell me how you really feel. Well, dang. Well, I do agree to that. I really do. I see that a lot. Let's
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh. Now he broke. Oh, okay. I can hear you very well, sir. Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Now we can get this thing started. All right. So, truthfully, like, a lot of the comments have been spot on. From a man's perspective, a lot of these men are not men. They are handicapped boys in men bodies. What do I mean by that? A lot of the women that these men have dealt with have equipped them to feel like it's okay to depend on a woman to carry the load. So when you women are expecting a manly man, they are hard to find, because so many women cater to men for the bare minimum. Oh, he came home at night. He deserved
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation 5. Oh, he took the trash out once in a month. He deserved A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, a lot of men don't know how to be men. But then too, a lot of women don't know how to be women. A lot of women don't know how to clean a house. A lot of them don't know how to cook properly. A lot of them don't know how to cater to a man. Like, the society now is, oh, I'm a woman, I'm independent, I don't need a man. Well, no, you do. The same way we need y'all. We may not need y'all for materialistic stuff or stuff like that, but we need women. Man was not meant to be alone. That was never the ideal plan. But a major part of it now is social media. We love for likes instead of loving the person that we're supposed to be loving unconditionally. We love them for a social status. It ain't gonna never work that way. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of men don't know how to take care of a household. You rather go buy a pair of Jordans and make sure you got your light bill paid for the next 2 months. You want to look good,
Say it
but
again.
live broke. Nah, like, because it aggravates me, man, because I see so many dudes, and I talk to so many younger dudes that want to look good but live broke. That's a recipe for a disaster. You can have on designer everything, but you got to Uber. You got to catch a ride. You walking, but you got on $1,500. You got on a used car.
Exactly.
It makes sense, my guy. Like, you got it don't make sense to me. But the relationships fail nowadays because we don't get to know the person that we're sleeping with. We go from inboxing, DMing, sleeping together. Now 6 months later, we fighting because you have no clue who you laid down with. The person
or
that
had a baby
presented,
with.
and then you wonder, like, you know this man got kids. You ain't never met them, but now you pregnant and you expect him to take care of the one that you carry. Why you ain't met the other 3 and y'all been together for 2 years? What makes you think he gonna take care of yours? He gonna take care of yours while he's with you. But as soon as y'all separate, you just another baby mama, and that's just another child that he had with somebody he used to deal with.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
We have to raise our standards, man. And we have to be honest with the things that we want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we have to be honest up front. If you know that up front, hey, I ain't looking for nothing serious. I just want to do what we do. When it's me and you, it's me and you. When it's not, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need to tell that up front. Or if you are looking for something serious, then you let that woman know, you let that man know, look, hey, I've done the sneaky link thing. I've done the little boo thing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
past that phase in my life. I'm now here. Here are my
Mm-hmm.
requirements. If you can meet them, great. If you can't, it's cool. No hard feelings. But
Exactly.
we're so jelly back now to we don't say what we want. We say what we want to get what we want versus
Mm-hmm.
saying what we need to get what we want.
And
That's it.
expect the
I
other
gotta go.
person to just know. And expect the other person to just know. Oh, well, he should just know, or
Well,
she should just know. Like everything is common sense. It's not common sense.
it's
It's
not.
what you require. Somebody else probably
It's not.
require less or more. You never know.
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
is
D, I gotta
true.
run, baby. You know I love you. You my dog. I see Shadera
For
out
sure.
here. Look, man, I miss y'all, man. We gotta do
Yes.
something. We gotta link up, man. But I'm
Might
gonna
be
listen
calling
in
you
though.
in a little bit.
Hey, let me know. Call me, man.
For sure. All right. Thank you so much, Eric. Bye. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it. That's a man. That is a man right there. He said it. And said, but the guy has to know that what his end game is. If he's only looking for sex, as he can. Now that's something that I always hear a lot of people say. Oh well, if it's just sex, it's just sex. If it's something going more, it's something going more. But are y'all gonna be truthful and say that sometimes just sex turns into a little bit more? Because a lot of people don't know how to unattach emotion from sex. And she might be just saying it, or he might be just saying it, but then when you see somebody out and it's like, oh, we said it was just sex, but then one of y'all acting all protective, like that's your stuff. And so can y'all be honest and say that that's sometimes how it turns out? That it turns out, have y'all ever been in a relationship that turned out with, oh, okay, well, it's just sex, and then y'all started feeling some type of way about it? Because I know that, just sex ain't dating. But then y'all have sex, and one of the people start expecting something a little different. Then they start expecting dates. Then they start expecting gifts. Then they start expecting phone calls, stuff like that. So what y'all think about that? Let me see here, but there we go. There we go. All right. And so I want to hear what y'all think about that, because what he said, people don't know what they want and out here just, doing stuff all willy-nilly, and you didn't see him taking care of his kids, and all of a sudden you expect him to take care of the one that you got pregnant with him by. Or you didn't get to know him or her. You didn't get to know each other before y'all just started, boom, in a relationship. Y'all go from inboxing and messaging to boom, in a relationship. Y'all moving too fast. Edward, can you join us? Let me see who else here right now. All right. Oh, where you go? There you go. All right, Mike. Here we go, Michael. Let's see if we can get you on. There we go. Hey there, Mr. Sullivan.
Hey. How you doing?
I am great. Thank you. And so let's see what you got to say. What you got to say today about the dating scene now, and most men saying that it's women's fault. Well, I'm not gonna say most men. Some guys reached out to me and said that it's the women's fault.
Fault, blaming. We can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing and I'm saying that for the reason we got to stop finger pointing.
Mm-hmm.
and really get down to the issue of us as a black people, period, without the finger pointing, because the finger pointing will open that door for man versus woman, that continued separation clause that we have when we're pointing the finger.
Mm-hmm.
We really, like when we spoke last week, we said, well, the dating scene, people are dating without a purpose, and their purpose is really selfishness or self-gratification. So when we add on to that with the finger pointing, then it's the man's fault, it's the woman's fault, when actually the fault lies with us, with our generation, and us from the essence. And what I mean by that is this right here. We have lost our tradition. We have lost our position within tradition.
Mm-hmm.
And that all ties in because when you look at us from a traditional standpoint, the men knew how to be men. The men knew that because they knew their position. So even a single man knowing how to carry himself with the responsibilities and the requirements of being a man allowed him to know how to interact with a woman, know how to care for a woman, know how to approach a woman, know how even with the dating scene, knew how to carry that out in a respectable traditional manner with we'll just say the upstanding prestigiousness of a man. Now let's reverse that. When you have a woman that knows how to be a woman and knows her position and responsibilities as a woman, then being a single woman, I want to speak about that with the sister with the kids too. When you know how to be a woman and respect yourself and fulfill the requirements of a woman, then a man will automatically sense that and catch on to that. Show you something real quick. When you're dealing with we'll go to the club scene. When you got brothers, you go to the club scene here and there now and then on Fridays or weekends, Saturdays. But you see the same girls in the club every weekend, then you start getting a notion of why is she in the club every weekend? What is she looking for? What is she chasing? What's going on with her?
He had to. I say if he
Right,
there every weekend,
right. I get that. So they're both there. Now, what are y'all in the club for every weekend? What are you looking for? Are you there just to drink? Are you trying to find companionship and friendship in the club? That's the wrong dating scene to do that. That ain't the right place to do that at. Because what you're going to run into is that same energy and same mindset that you have. If you're in the club every weekend, somebody's searching for something, somebody looking for something, and they looking for either a way out, somebody to help them out, or they're not looking for love and companionship. That's not what they're looking for in the club every weekend, because that's not that setting to grab that at.
Yeah.
And so when like with the sister with the kids, with her having so many kids, then it is for her to be patient in that dating scene and actually start filling these brothers out. Tell them off top, look, I have 6 kids. And a lot of women that have 6 kids from 17 backwards, then that relationship can also hinder the dating scene too. Not because you can't run to somebody when they call, because you're going to put your kids before anything and anybody. So you like women like that have to learn how to balance out the home and their personal desires and needs and balance that out. Off the top, you don't have to introduce your children to a man off the top, invite them to your house. But then, every now and then say, hey, let's go on a date. Let's bring the kids. Let's go on a kids date. Frankie Fun Park, Dave and Buster's. And
you
let
have
him
to
start.
learn how he interacts with children too.
Right,
If
you have
he's a
to do that.
potential, because that's a difference. Once you get into, because I actually met my husband with kids, and so once you get into that type of set, that's a whole different dating realm. And so it gets to the point to where, okay, now we're courting. When we're courting, we're getting to the point of actually being married, being together forever, and so that's the difference. I think a lot of people with kids want to see immediately how they interact with the kids, and sometimes the kids' relationship and their relationship might be even better than yours, and then all of a sudden y'all not making it, but now you done messed up the kid because the kid like him or her, and so it is too soon.
You remember
sometimes.
that post, and I'm gonna show you something. With me, I'm different for a minute, and I'm not gonna hold you too much on your live because people got something to say. But I know you're familiar with the girl with the Burger King with the guy who was bringing his kids the food, and she had 3 other kids. Well, a lot of people had a lot to say about that, and that kind of coincides with this conversation because when they broke up, he had a child over there, but the other kids, he done left them alone. And so he broke up with the kids too. And so my thing is, where we stand at with Black Men United, that mindset is tribal gathering. And I'm not promoting the event. I'm just saying, when we have a tribal mindset
Yeah.
and a mindset of it takes a village mindset, then this is what I said about that. And we talk just speaking on dating with kids. When you're dealing with someone with kids, and even if you have a kid there or not, and you and that person don't continue on, then my thing is, well, you can't say those kids ain't my kids. I'm not worried about those children, because I'm gonna give you an example. If you see those same kids that you broke up with their mama in public and somebody was harming those kids, would you still have that mindset? Those kids ain't mine. I'm not worried about those kids. See, my mindset with the it takes a village mindset is that even though I break up with you, your kids built the relationship with me where they love me. They care for me. I love them. I shared peanut butter sandwiches with them and watched cartoons with them on Saturday. And we had a great time. But when I broke up with you, I said, well, those kids ain't mine. I'm not worried about them. That's not a village mentality.
It's a
Those
sad
kids will love
mentality
you to the end of the day.
And that's exactly what it is. It's like they don't understand that. I mean, it's past relationships, you know, that I've been in, and I can still have relationships with their siblings, their parents, you know, like stuff like that, and that carries on through kids too. And so I believe that, you know, once everyone gets the mentality of village whole mindset to where they actually understand that, okay, it's not just me and you. And of course they say, it's like, what if you can't afford to feed the other kids? Ain't no such a thing. You pinch off of one to give to another, Beyond. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you grew up with more than one sibling, you know better than that now.
But you know,
but no, it's the truth though. I understand.
It goes back to what I said in the very beginning when I got on this live, is that when you understand your requirements of being a man and a woman, then that inner reaction, even in the dating scene, becomes different. The whole movement of dating and being in relationships becomes different because you know your position, and you'll connect with people that know their position. I've dated. I'm 51 years old, and I dated for a long time, and I was like, when we spoke last time, I'm like, all right, I'm tired of meeting this person, that person, and it's not working. God send me somebody that I can build an empire with. And I waited. I sat back and I waited, and it happened like that. Now I'm married now, and I'm building my empire with my wife because I was patient. I just went out there in the date scene. Well, I want to get with this one. Oh, that ain't work. Well, I want to get with that.
That is the biggest deal right there. You said it in a mouthful right there.
Right. We're not patient. We're not patient enough to wait on what is for us. We want what we want right now. We want that microwave satisfaction, right then. But if we have patience and take our time, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say goodbye. But the thing about it, as we said last week as well, get yourself in position to be someone that someone want to be with, and want to hold on to. And then we can move forward even from through the dating scene, and we can change that atmosphere. But everybody, single or not, learn and understand your position, what it means to be a man and a woman, and fulfill those requirements. And a lot of things run more smoothly within our nation, dating scene or not. You know, I'm ready to see it.
Perfectly said, Michael.
Sister. Yes, I love you, my sister. I always enjoy What the Hell Now, and so can't wait to see you all in August the 26th and 27th. So peace and blessings.
It takes a tribe, and I am going to be posting that, so y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets. It takes a tribe. It's going to be phenomenal.
And I want to say this, if you haven't got your tickets yet, contact Sister D. Carter. Contact me, Michael Sullivan, at 864-720-5782. Oh, man, and y'all don't know, she's going to be on the black carpet. She's going to be y'all host for the red carpet and black carpet out there with the What the Hell Now show. So I am excited to see her and everyone out there at the Hyatt Regency on the 26th. So we're going to have a ball. Sister, I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. And we support you.
Thank you so much, Michael. See you soon.
Peace. See you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Patience. Getting to know somebody. I need to hear that, because it's a lot of y'all not willing to. Dion, you better cut it out talking about what you can't afford for them other kids. And Brittany said $5 pieces. That work just fine. Them kids don't know. Let me see, Edward. I want you to come on here, boy. I hope you at work, man. Writing these paragraphs. Let me see. A person should never meet your kids unless you get to the point you're talking about forever. When you start talking marriage and forever, you have to meet my kid's mother before you meet my kids, and not for approval, but out of respect. No one wants anyone they don't know around their kids. I have 2 kids in their 20s. Their whole life, they met 2 women. I married both, but have talked to a ton of girls, respecting standards. That's awesome. You know what, Edward? That's a big deal, because a lot of people have so much drama in the past with they haven't healed those relationships with the kids' other parent. And so some of them cannot bring you to meet their kids' dad or kids' mom, because they're gonna have something to say about it. And they're gonna have, it's like, it's no way you could, because a lot of people are in healed relationships with the old, partner. Let me see, I get the logic, but realistically the mother couldn't afford to feed the kids. How do we know if he didn't have enough for himself to feed them all? Well, I mean, I'm gonna just say this, just like it goes back to what Michael was saying. It's a village mentality that was lost, and an understanding of, when I know that, it's people that will not let any child go hungry, and it's people that do things out of spite. I understand now, later on, we all found out it was a skit and she did great at it. But at the same time, you have to really know the person that you are. And the person that I am, just as a human being, not just a baby mama or a wife or anything like that. If I see kids in the house, period, if we all got to eat rice and eggs so I can feed everyone, I would. It's not his responsibility. Just as a human, it would have been great. But, other people don't think that way. A lot of people don't think that way. But let me see. Need 1D. All right, Abril, I got you. I got you on your ticket. Y'all make sure y'all get that ticket, because this village mentality, this whole it takes a village conference, is going to be really good, really good. And I expect to see you there, Mr. Edward, like your way of thinking. And let me see here. Who is this getting on? Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can go ahead and get Mr. Edward on here. Because this dating scene right now, it's a lot. We found out what patience, needing to know themselves, understanding, who you with is a big deal. Hey there, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got my earpiece on. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, I can hear you well. I can hear you well. And so I see you've been, on it, saying what is going on with everything. And so
Listening, because it's just a toxic situation. When you have men who don't know how to perceive, how to be loved by a woman, it's gonna be toxic, and vice versa. When you have a woman who don't know how to love and perceive by a man, because all women, for some reason, nowadays, everything is independent. I can do it myself. I mean, that's cool, but what can we do together?
yeah,
And
exactly.
men feel the same way. Men see all these women who are on social media and spent money on their bodies and doing all this. They think that's the average and that's the norm. That's not what it is. The world is so toxic. It's not even relationship. They're taking family out of the whole situation. And family is a together thing and building together. So if you're not trying to build together and have the family thing, then what are you really doing?
Playing. And they are not really understanding, the whole, just like I said, it takes a village, but they don't understand, and they don't know themselves. And when you're not in it for just like the independent stuff with women and stuff like that, I told my husband, we got married, I'm not that woman. I was independent when I had to be. I'm not that woman that's gonna shout I can do it for myself and all of that. Once I have a man in my life, we're doing it together.
Yeah, I mean, a woman or a man should never, ever, ever have to do it alone. But I have talked to girls, and every time I want to hang out, they can hang out. if you got kids, how can you always hang out? I can't hang out. I got 4 kids, and they always live with me. can't live with your mama. You have to live with daddy. Like, I'm daddy. Give me my kids. You can come get them whenever you want to, but you have to live with daddy. I think America has made it such a norm to where all responsibility and everything is placed on mama. And it should never be
Yes.
that way. But I would never let a woman raise or have my kids. You cannot have my kids. They are my kids. You can see them
Hmm.
whenever you want to. You can come get them whenever you want to, but kids have to live with daddy. How can
Now
I
let me
protect them
ask you
from,
something.
how can I protect them from something
Uh-oh.
that
You
lives somewhere?
froze. Uh-oh. You froze. Did
What
you
now?
froze? Uh-oh.
You breaking up. What you say?
Oh, okay. Oh, you had froze for a minute. Okay. And so, because you said that they have to live with daddy. Do you have all boys?
No, I have 2 girls and I have 2 boys. London.
Okay. Okay.
I have a
And
whole
so,
beautiful. I have 2 21-year-olds. I have a 17-year-old, and I have a beautiful
hey, baby.
7-year-old. My baby's gotta live with me. All my kids gotta live with me. You can't put men got so comfortable with giving them position that America told them, let their kids stay with mama and you do the bare minimum. It should never be that way.
Hmm.
It
Now,
should
let me
never be
ask you
that way.
something. Why?
Because if a man's job is to protect and provide, I cannot protect and provide for something I do not have in the house with me. If I go to work and bust my ass all day long, when I get home from work, I want to walk in to see this. It makes it all worth it. I want to walk in to see my babies and make it all worth it. But dudes are cool with not having that, and women are cool with taking on that responsibility. It should be the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So I
Well,
truly believe if men had to be men, you have to be a man when you have your babies in the house with you every single day. And a woman can really grow and work on herself when her don't have the responsibility of kids every single day. That forces women to be protectors and providers. It forces them to be a man's position. If they force the man in America to be the man's position, she just fell.
uh-oh. She
But if
okay?
you force men to be man position, then women can grow themselves to be women.
Mm. Well, that's awesome. And your relationship with their parent is
It's
good.
absolutely amazing.
That's
I
awesome.
make sure their moms don't want for anything unless, I mean, their moms are not married, but if their moms become married, then I would step back. But I would never let them do simple stuff like changing oil or putting tires on their car or getting their yards cut. I take care of all of that because I have amazing moms for my kids. But you can never meet my kids until you sit down and have lunch with their moms. After
Mm-hmm.
you meet their moms, then you will meet my kids with their mom. We can
Mm-hmm.
all have a cookout. We can all go out to dinner, and me and their mom will introduce you to the kids. And
That's
then
awesome.
there's no misunderstanding. There's no toxic. The kids will respect the other partner more. Everything works out better that way.
That is the perfect, that's exactly what we're talking about with the village mentality. That's exactly what we're talking about. And
Hmm.
so a lot of people don't have that. They
No.
don't understand that. And so I appreciate that. That's a real big deal because a lot of men have not stepped up to take care of their kids even from afar.
Yeah.
And so
Society has made it easy. Society makes it easy for everybody to accept their role because society changed the role. They took the man out of the house and they made the woman the man.
and they get upset when they say, a lot of women are hollering independent with these children, but they're having to be independent with the children because of, but they allowed it. So
I agree. But D, I'm sorry. My wife's at Walmart calling me right now. She probably wants something from me. I don't know.
you are all right. Thank you so much for joining. I truly appreciated
Yes.
it.
We'll see. Talk to you
Bye.
later.
For sure. That was awesome. Y'all not ready. You got to be a grown man about this situation and a grown woman about this situation. He said that they are not meeting the kids until they have met the moms of the other kids, and then they'll meet the kids. That's a big deal. I wish I would have been grown when I was grown and understood all of this. I wish I would have been grown. I mean, I understand now, but back then, no one is teaching this type of relationship. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where Edward is from or anything. He gives me African vibes, but I'm not sure, just because of the way he is. But that's just, me growing up around a lot of Africans. But I do know that for sure that is a big deal in women, like they've had to take on the provider and protect role for so long that, yeah, they're going to scream independent more and more. But at the same time, you got to know when to step back, ladies. Sometimes ladies have to step on back and not be the provider and the protector and understand, but they have to have the type of men that can do that, and men have to have the type of woman that is going to be in her role, just like Michael said. Michael said that we have to know our roles, and a lot of people, that's what we got to get back to, knowing our roles as a woman and as a man, and just as a person in general. It goes back to saying, are you just a good person? Are you just going to get the other kids something to eat just because you're a good person? Not out of spite or anything. I know if I was watching my siblings eat, or one of my siblings eat in front of me, I would feel kind of, left out. It's like you give one kid a popsicle, and then it's like the other kids are like, where's my popsicle? And so it's kind of like that mentality. You got to think of it on that level and on this level with both of those situations. But as far as what Edward and Michael were saying, it takes a village. And are we going to be able to get back to that village mentality? Or are we just going to, follow social media and follow for the likes, showing love? Because likes do not mean love. I'm trying to get somebody on here. Let me see who else is on here watching. Let's see here. Because I know some other people got something to say. I know y'all do. Because I know they was blaming the women earlier. It's a lot of men stepping up. There's a lot of men stepping up. And so let me see here. Derek, are you able to come on? Let's see if Mr. Derek is able to come on here. Hey there, Clayton. How are you? Not everyone has that village, though. No. And so you have to seek out for it. And you have to seek out for that village. And you're going to have to really manifest that into your life. And if that's what you want, and you got to go after it and not settle. Yeah. Hey there, Michelle. Are you able to get on, Missy Pooh? Because I know the dating scene is, whew, it's not a dating scene no more. It's more like a Ferris wheel. It is not a dating scene anymore.
Hello.
Hey there, Michelle. Oh, you're not showing your face right now?
No, I just got off work. I look rough.
Oh, girl, please. You just got off of work. That's sexy to somebody. You just got off of work. You sexy as hell to somebody.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. But what do you think? What the hell is wrong with the dating scene right now?
Oh, I definitely agree with pretty much what I heard as far as what Edward was saying. I know him. I've heard him talk about this in the barbershop for years.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I think definitely women have had to step up. Men have gotten used to them doing it. I think it's just a lot of irresponsibility on some ends to where women feel like they don't have any other choice.
Mm-hmm.
And then you become so dependent on yourself. It's kind of almost intimidating to even try to be dependent on somebody else.
Yeah. Ooh, that's deep right there. I understand that completely. I do. It's intimidating, but you get over it. Don't worry about it. Trust me.
Yeah.
You get over it.
Well, it's all about just letting the right one in.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect everybody to be like you are.
Yeah. That's true. That is true.
So,
That is true. Everybody is not. And so in the dating scene right now, because you're single, correct?
unfortunately, yeah.
Well, don't say unfortunately, because
No,
there's somebody out there
it's
for you.
all right. No, I don't hate it. It's just, I was with my kid's dad for 10 years, and then I was with somebody else for 4 years and somebody else for 3. So it was time for a break for a while, but
Yeah.
I definitely prefer the other. But being single is definitely better than being in an unhealthy relationship, especially when there's kids involved.
For sure. For sure. I understand completely. And so what kind of stuff have you run across with the guys that you dated? And like just some common, some stuff that's in common that you see that is a trait now from back then that wasn't there.
Well, I think a lot of, and I don't want to blame women because it's not all women, but a lot of women make things too easy for men. So when you have expectations and standards, a lot of men aren't willing to exert the effort to meet
Mm.
those.
Yeah, that's been said now on part 1 of this show and now on part 2. It's been said that women are making things too easy. And
Yeah.
so, and that's been said by a man and a woman now. So y'all can't say that it's just men saying
Yeah.
that.
Like I've heard, well, you too hard to please, or you expecting too much. Well, in the past I didn't expect enough, so I'm not.
Mm.
I'd rather expect too much and be disappointed than the other way around.
And let me ask you something. What was one of the examples of too much?
Um. Well, like I don't want to call it a double standard. Like people have expectations of you, but they don't give the same back in return.
Mm-hmm.
Like they want honesty, but they're not honest. They want communication, but they don't communicate well. They want you to um I'm trying to figure out how to say it.
But
Like,
that's good though, because even though if y'all notice, men, she did not say anything materialistic, and so some men say that women want, all the designer things and all that kind of stuff. Two things she did not, she didn't say anything materialistic, and so a lot of men are expecting these women to, ask for things. Honesty and communication that's two easy things you can do without thinking about it.
all that stuff's good and nice. Everybody likes to be spoiled and stuff like that. But I mean, going back to being independent, I can take care of myself. But I want somebody in my life for somebody to be a father to my children, a grandfather to my granddaughter,
Mm-hmm.
to lead the household, make decisions. I mean, it gets exhausting doing all that by yourself.
Yeah. I understand and wonder why they want to nip it in the bud so fast when you see that somebody is fooling around. Let me see here. Yes. And so thank you so much, Michelle, for joining us. I know that, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about this subject, but thank you for the courage of getting on my live.
All right, girl.
All
Bye.
right. Thank you. Bye. That's a big deal, y'all, because she was saying, that's the second time, there's somebody that said that women making stuff too easy. And we said if you're raising young men and they see their daddy with 8 to 10 women and they meet several women, how toxic do you think he will be as a young man dating? Plus vice versa, a young girl meets several men, her mom is dating, she will be toxic as hell. That's true. That is true. Dion said, I agree and disagree about the easy part. Yes, sex and meeting people has become easy, but so many people come guarded and transfer brokenness and trauma into a new situation. Well, that is true, Dion. I agree. People do transfer a lot of brokenness and trauma because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. Fred, hey there, Fred. I think that's one of the biggest deals is people knowing who they are and not expecting other people to figure it out while they're trying to figure it out. That's a big deal. Hey there, Derek. How are you? We have had few things said. Patience. We need understanding. We need more men to step up and be men. A young man came on here and said that he has raised all of his kids and they stay with him. And a lot of men are not willing to do that or can't do that. And that is so true. Derek, I know you got some single friends. What the hell you think is wrong with the single dating scene right now? Let me see. Are you able to come on? Are you in that truck? It's a lot of people. I know if y'all want to say something, please come on my live and let's hear it because It's so much out there. And look at the men on here. These women, I think they scared. I think they scared. They don't want to hit. They don't want to hit. I'm so glad that y'all came on and cleared up a lot of stuff, because a lot of women think that, let me say, yes, we have to step back and be active in our babies' lives. Yes, for sure. But a lot of people don't really understand the mentality of just, just dating, getting your mind right for dating. I know some people that said they are just not ready to date right now. That's a part of, really giving yourself to someone and being ready to go into that situation of where am I whole, enough to even do this? Would I want to date me? That's a big deal. Would you want to date you? Are you in a good enough situation to be able to be dating somebody? First of all, that's a big deal. And a lot of people don't look at it like that. And like I said, I'm married now. I would absolutely hate to be in this dating scene right now. I feel for y'all. More power to you. But first thing first is you have to get the mentality of, just like what Michelle said, will this person but will this person be a great father to my kid, be a great grandfather to my grandbaby? These are the things that you have to look at, and didn't know, when we're younger, teenage, 20, stuff like that. We think we're just going to live forever at that age. We don't look at, okay, well, this man could possibly be the father to my kid. Yeah, he popping off at the club right now, or he got a bad temper right now, and you're not looking at how is this going to affect us long term. You're just looking at, oh, well, we young and foolish. And it's like, no, some people never grow out of that foolishness. They grow out of being young, but they never grow out of the foolishness. And so you really do have to take a sit back and look at it. I had to learn things the harder way, just like a lot of people did. But I do want, that's why I have this show, so we can talk about this kind of stuff, because I know y'all got some insight today, for sure. If y'all ain't never got no good insight, y'all got some today on the way that these men are thinking right now, because it's not bashing women, it's showing them what they think. These men are thinking about y'all in different ways, just like y'all thinking about them. Y'all talking about them in certain ways. Oh, men ain't shit, and da-da-da-da-da. They looking at it like, y'all gotta go ahead and do something with yourselves too. Michelle say date with purpose and not for the hell of it. Not for the hell of it, huh? Some dates are for the hell of it, Michelle. Some dates are just, oh, that's a thing too. Just found out. I heard that some women are just going on just what they call meal dates, dinner dates, just because, they're going to get a meal out of the date, and then they never call the guy again, or kind of just, brush him off or whatever, just trying to go get something to eat. They got breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a different dude. That's too much time. That's too much energy. I don't want it. It's too much time, too much energy. I do not want it. But these guys are actually looking out for these girls, these women that are just looking for a meal, for a date. That's craziness. That is craziness. It's like, you can't feed yourself, girl. You hungry? Go to the soup kitchen. Go to the soup kitchen and get you something to eat. Yes. Let's see here. Yep, Fred, and I know you have children, Fred, and so I know one time Fred posted F them kids. We're not talking about that though right now. It was just funny. And so let me see here. I know I had missed a comment that Edward. Let me see here. Here we go. Brittany said I need a whole nother dating with kids show. Brittany, you gonna come on with me? Come on with me. We can do that thing together, Brittany. Let me see here. Should someone, unless he can be a positive male role model in my sons and daughters' lives. My younger father isn't around, but I don't expect anyone to pop in and be daddy or playhouse. Everyone has their priorities, and while they do things they do, just treat me right to the point I want to bring you around my kids, because my kids will be the first to tell how it is. Say I'm not sure, right for that. I just gotta be to the point where I ever like to start dating. But the crew is for the birds. I understand. I do. I understand. Let's get you in here. Shadera. Because I know you got friends that's dating too.
Hi, Dee.
Hey, baby.
Dee, what's up?
Girl, everything. You hear this? You hear these people in here? But they talking real though. They getting some good stuff. I'm glad. And so you got friends that's dating, and so you recently married, but you got friends that's dating, and so what you think? What the hell is wrong with the dating scene now?
Dee. Yeah, I'm recently married.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like the dating scene now, it's like the women, it seems like our women are just delusional. A lot of women feel like they're going to receive this perfect man. A lot of people seeking marriage. Like, I don't think they understand humans. Like, I don't think they understand people. I mean, like, everybody want that fairy tale love, and that just ain't it. Even if you find the right man, it's gonna be some things about that man that you just don't agree with.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna find that perfect person. Like, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of women got these standards, these high standards. They want a man to take care of them. They want a man to look good. Like, girls, they want a man to be packing, all that right there. Like,
gotta have it all.
You gotta have it all. Like, you gotta have money. Like, it's just so much. Like, and I feel like, I think with our women, they lost. A lot of them been hurt. A lot of them are suffering. A lot of them are just lost. I think they don't understand. They don't understand like people. They're delusional. They want the perfect mate. And the men, they want the perfect woman. Like, they don't want the woman to have no friends. Oh, because you talk to me, you can't have no other friends. You can't have no male friends. You talking to me. I should be your only friend.
Now that's a different subject, because some women don't need male friends because they don't know how to act. Some women, it's a difference. Any man I bring around, I can bring, if I call him a male friend, I could bring him around my husband.
Right.
And men have to understand that too.
Yes.
If it's a woman friend, you consider a friend, you should be able to bring her around me. If not, then it's some underlying stuff. Even if you ain't never did nothing, there's still something there while I have it there. And so that's a whole different subject. But
and I feel like a lot of men are controlling, like they want to control the woman and stuff like that. I get it. They probably experienced like a lot of stuff in the past that made them want to control the woman that they're dating. I get it. Yeah. But you don't own her, and she don't own you.
Shadera, you see, it's different because I know you. It's something that didn't happen.
Girl,
and you won't. But it's okay. We're not gonna speak on it. But I understand.
We're not gonna speak on that.
Yeah, it's some dating, with dating, you have to have those boundaries and those understandings of, okay, well, I'm still gonna be my own person.
Yes.
And so with controlling and stuff like that, because most men want control. Most men want control. But
you know what? You know what, D? A lot of the time, like, I have some single friends, and I just see how they operate and stuff like that. That whole controlling thing, I think I'm not even speaking about just men. It's the women. The women want to control the men too much. Sometimes they let good men go from being too controlling. They want to see what this man doing. You better be where you say you going. Like, it's too much. It's too much. I think the female has become too masculine in a way.
You know what I'm
Very
saying?
much so.
Like they want to
Very
be
much
so
so.
hard. They don't become so hard. They speaking like men. They
Yeah.
talking like men. They'll tell a man in a second, you got me effed up. And I'm looking at her like, that don't
Yes.
sound right.
Yeah. Yeah. I
This
had
don't
to
sound
check
right.
a woman one time and tell her you can't talk to that man in front of me like that.
Yeah.
That's a grown
It
man.
don't sound right. It don't
Yeah.
sound right. Like, I be so confused, and I
Mhm.
think that's the problem. Us
Yeah.
black women, like, everybody want to be the woman and the man. Like, you got to choose.
Yeah.
You got to have a soft side. I know you done been through some stuff, but girl, get back to you.
Mhm.
Get that peace again. They got to get that peace again. They want to find somebody to marry them and want to spend the rest of their life with them.
Mhm.
You got to be peaceful. Ain't no
Yeah.
man going to want to say I do to you. Ain't no man going to want to propose to you and you have, like, and you talking like that. Girl,
You being
like,
loud and raggedy and yeah.
you being
And
loud. You being loud. You calling them, asking them to turn the camera around. You want to see where they
yeah. Yeah,
at.
that's too much
Girl.
action. I don't even you can't think like that because once you start thinking like that, it's like your obligation to the
It's too
relationship.
much.
You then became more than just a wife or a girlfriend. You then became the secret eye. Like
Yes.
don't be a spy. It's too much
You want to be a
action.
stalker. Like, now you kind of like a stalker. You crazy now.
Yeah, and so that's what it
That's
is.
the thing. That's what it is. A lot of
Mhm.
women crazy. A
Yeah.
lot of them crazy. No, they ain't gonna get no ring. Just go ahead and just date that man and just date him and just date him till you die.
So
Like,
just date him. Just date him till you die. Because he is not
see,
gonna
they
want to
ain't gonna
marry
get no ring and
you.
they continue to be crazy. No, you're not gonna get no ring, girl. No,
Yeah.
don't even look forward to it.
Yeah, and not listening to your single friends too, because it's a lot of
Yes.
single. Well, I'm gonna say this: people listening to bitter single people, because it's some
Yeah.
single people that are understanding and they understand why they're single and they're willing to be single at the moment, things like that. But
Uh-huh.
some single people are bitter and still mad about their past relationship and gonna say, oh yeah, I remember when such and such did that to me and
Yep.
I would have did this, or I would have did, or man, I wouldn't take that if I was you. When my girl was doing such and such, she was, it's like you gotta
Yes.
really
Yes. It's
understand that
the bitter
where they coming from.
single women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bitter
Mm-hmm.
single men too. It's just bitter
Yeah.
people. Bitter
Bitter
people.
people.
It's bitter parents. It's bitter grandparents. It's bitter people. You have to make sure that when you are in this dating realm to get from
Yes.
around bitter people and people that are
Yeah.
steady trying to prove something to somebody.
Mm-hmm. 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 I feel you, D. I feel you.
Yes, that is
Listen,
true. We married now, so we good.
we married.
But
You gotta do what I mean. Hey, it is what it is.
but at the same time, that's why it's like I have single friends, so I want them to win too. And so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want them to be in a good, stable, steady relationship.
Yeah. 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 But they gotta
So
change. They gotta change their mindset. They gotta
mhm,
change their mindset. They gotta understand
mhm.
ain't nothing a fairy tale. It's what you make it.
So the moral of what you saying is stop being stalkers.
Yes.
Stop
Stop
being
being crazy for
controlling
one. Stop being controlling.
and
Stop
stop
being
being crazy.
Stop being crazy.
Yes.
You'll find you a good man. Stop being
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure. Thank you,
All right,
Shadera.
D.
All right. Love you, lady. Talk to you next
Love
time.
you.
Bye. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. It is so true. Then the woman expects the man to be the man. They look at you like you crazy. Yeah, they do. Exactly. That sounds like a whole nother show, Clayton. I agree. I do agree. People want to change people instead of liking them for who they are. If you aren't compatible, then separate. You know what? It's so hard for people to let go. It is. It's so hard for people to let go just because of time, and so time is, of course, everyone wants a return on their investment in time, for sure. Everyone does. But I mean, no one is investing in Enron anymore. It's gone, and so if the relationship is gone, you can't invest in it anymore. You're just wasting time. Okay, that's a little nugget. Let me give it y'all. Okay, if, if the investment is not worth it. Hey there, Brunette. Miss Brunette Lafayette in the building. Yes, ma'am. Come on in here. Come on in the room. If you cannot invest in something that is not worth investing into, then you just wasting time. And let me see, too old to be wasting time. I'm too precious to be wasting time. You understand?
Hello.
Hello, Miss Brunette Lafayette, Miss Chocolate.
Hello, how are you?
I am great. How are you, ma'am?
I'm great. What are we talking about? I just came. I said, let me get in here.
Yes, ma'am. What the hell is wrong with the dating scene now?
The dating scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I think that there's very few that even wants to use that word. They have, dating is not just going out one time and just, and trying to, they have their intentions, they have, their mindset on what it is that they want before they do. There's a lot that's like that. But then there's some that you got that actually are interested in dating. You got some people that's actually interested in dating. But I think that there's a lot of men that definitely are in situations that for some reason they feel like they can't get out of. And so then they tend to get other women, and they not necessarily want to lose what they have, but they want something else that they're looking for. And so they, of course, don't be 100 with the person who they actually end up talking with. Let them know that they have somebody else, because they don't want, how are you going to feel about it? They don't want to lose you at the same time, being selfish. That's selfish. But I think that honestly, it's a lot of people that are in situations that are actually wanting to go out with people. You don't have genuine people that are single, wanting to actually date you, figure you out, see, what you're really about. Take it to, have levels where you're taking it to like that. It's not like that no more. It really isn't. And it's not even about age either, because like I said before, there's a lot of younger people that are more hungry for, you see the younger people going towards the older women now, because they know that they have to, and they're going to try harder, because they know that's the older person. They used to this, they done had that, been through this and that. I gotta meet at some point on some level to be able to impress them, or for them to be like, okay, I'm gonna try with you. And you like, how many years younger than me? But then you got the ones that's older that are set in their ways. It's like, take it or leave it. This is what it is.
And I've seen some women like that too, like, take it or leave it. And I've seen, I've seen men and women like that, And so it's like with everything that you're saying, they don't understand, dating, and the guys or ladies that might have someone else and lying or not telling the truth, or maybe even telling the truth. Because our last show, we had a lady say that they want to keep you on the side, and so with them trying to keep you on the side and them not being satisfied at home, we have to understand, okay, well, if you're putting yourself in that position, then whose fault is it completely?
You already know.
For staying in that position.
Unless you honestly, truly, but a lot already know. But yeah, and so they still tend to. But then you get tired. You get tired, and for some reason you think because you're going to have some type of pull that's going to be able to, slowly but surely pull them away from the situation that they're in, and it doesn't happen like that. And then now you say you wasted your time. You wasted your time from the beginning. You wasted your time from the
You knew
beginning.
they had somebody from the beginning. Yeah.
From the beginning. So you had to come in knowing what it is what you wanted. So you can't expect no more. There's a lot of people, even out in situations like that they see what's in front, but they expect more, and then they get in arguments or talk about, I want this, I wanted that, you should have did this or whatever. But it's like he laid it all out for you because you thought as time go on, things would change. The more you talk to him, I tell people, if they're not doing it for themselves, it's not going to last. It's not going to be sincere. So guess what? They might do it for a second to please you and to get you off of their back, but it's going to go right back to the same stuff.
Yeah.
Wasting time.
Exactly. Wasting time for sure. And so that's what you see is right now with the dating scene. It's a lot of people wasting time.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Be upfront, like we don't know unless we know. That's honestly true. Like we really don't know what people's situation is, what they got going on, whatever, until we really know. And so in certain situations like that, then yes, the other person is wasting your time for you not knowing, and then for being able to, they telling you something else, basically a lie or whatever, just to still be able to kick it with you, to be able to still have, contact with you. But then there are some that do know. But when you don't know, it's best to just be honest, but it's hard. I've been single for a long time. And honestly, I'm the dating. I leave it where it's at, honestly, because you could read body language and you could kind of tell something. You could read between the lines if you really that attentive and pay attention that much and seen so much. It's like, nah, I'm not going to, it's a few, there's some flags there. If you really open this flag.
People always choose to ignore the red flags. I mean, there's always red flags. I mean, I'm pretty sure my husband saw some red flags with me, and I've seen some red flags with him. I mean, of course, nothing that is, stopping us from being married, but just little things that he might have saw or I might have saw. And it's like, oh, okay, I remember when this, you can't make a big deal out of it. Like certain things, and people say if you are out with that person and you see them do something that you don't like and you decide not to say something, guess who fault that is?
Yours.
You decided not to say something. You allowed
people
that
are
to
not
go
mind
on.
readers. Share your thoughts, share your opinions, share your feelings.
Yes.
They, like I said, closed mouths don't get fed. You really cannot expect somebody to understand and to read your mind and know what it is that you're wanting, and you did not, say nothing about it when you saw it. And you got to do it right then. You can't do it later on, because then they looking like, what? Like, what are we talking about?
That was like a year ago. What's she talking about? And it could be something super simple as it. Okay, if you have a date at a 5-star restaurant, now that this person that you went on a date with probably has never been to a 5-star restaurant. Don't know the difference between a salad fork and a dinner fork. Don't know that your napkin belongs in your lap. Don't know certain things. But you mad at them for asking for plastic. You can't get mad at them because they didn't know. You can teach them.
You can. Nope.
You can teach them. You can smoke your cigar. You at your house, girl. Smoke that cigar.
No, I'm at Cigar Experience.
Oh, you're in the members lounge?
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. Yes. That is awesome. But yeah, if you see that, as a red flag, you cannot be upset if that person didn't know. And then you didn't tell them. So the next time you're just not going to invite them to the 5-star restaurant. But you never told them that was inappropriate.
And then you taking them there, and then you want to go there. You might have said, maybe we should have went Olive Garden or something. I mean,
Olive Garden. Oh, that food's salty.
Because you had, what is it? You had big hopes or wishes, or just that, well, maybe just this time he'll know.
Yeah. No, they don't know. And so you can't be upset with people that don't know certain things. And so that's what I think it is a lot right now in the dating industry, that people just expect You know, well, I dress like this, or I work here, or I do this for a living, and I just expect for the people around me to know. Guess what? A lot of grown-ups have never been to a five-star restaurant. A lot of grown-ups.
Right?
They don't have a
Yes.
clue, not to ask for a shot. They don't have a clue of the just simple etiquette, that you're supposed to have.
They don't. They really don't. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
people, and that's why I say when you dating somebody, it's more than you just taking them someplace. You need to really understand and have a good conversation with them before then, because there's a lot of things that you're going to hear and see and say, okay, they're not used to this, how they're raised, where they're from, what they've been through. Like, it's a lot
Yes.
of factors that has to do with you having a connection, a vibe with someone. If you have things alike, you share things.
Mhm.
That There's a lot of different things, and you can learn a lot before you kind of step out. And
Yes.
even on the first date, like, you
Hmm.
could definitely, even before that, I'm like,
First date
talk
should
to me.
not be the movies. For everybody single that's watching, please do not go to a first date to the movies. You're both quiet and engaged by something else completely than each other. That is not a first date.
I'm trying to tell you.
That
I'm
is
trying, I don't
not
know.
a first date.
And then we're going to get out and then look, and then we're going to get in the car, and what we're going to talk about the movie. And then well, you have a good night. What was that?
The end. The end. That was it. It was nothing. It was just a date that you
Mm-mm.
could have had with your girlfriend or your guy friends. Like it's nothing. And so that's what it is. I think that, communicating, of course, communication is key. Everyone always
Mhm.
says that. But it's
Mhm.
not true. It's learning how to communicate is the key.
How to communicate. That's the
You know,
key.
that's the biggest deal, because a lot of people can tell you, girl, I can't believe you didn't know that, or man, I can't believe he didn't know this, instead of
Yep.
saying, hey, do you know, or did you grow up with, or have you ever been, like, ask
Yep.
questions. It's a
Ask
big deal.
questions.
Yeah. You
Knowing
said
how
you
to
can't do the
communicate.
dating scene right now.
They say
Put that
so.
in.
No denim in a movie. That's not considered dating now.
Mm-mm. It's never been a
Mm-mm.
real date to me. I mean, it's been a
Mm-mm.
date after a while, or if we're gonna do something after the movies to get to know it. But if we're just doing dinner and a movie, because I like to talk, of course,
Yeah.
what the hell
Yeah.
now?
Yep.
But
And that's what I'm about to say. I like to talk. So we gotta be engaged, and we actually gotta be doing something. We gotta be really vibing. Not just see, if you go to dinner, you're sitting down. You go to the movies, you're sitting down. I need you to engage, to see your body language, your everything, to see what's going on, to see how
yes,
you interact with me, how you interact with people. Because see, I'm a people person, I'm a social person. I need to see how you act around other, like social, being sociable. So whether
yeah,
it be going out, even if it's is out in the town doing any kind of activities, even if it's shooting pool or it's going bowling and things like that, I need to see how you are able to interact with me, because some people get real shy, and they want to go places where they could take people where it's so low level, like nobody really sees you, nobody
yeah,
really is around, like it's and some people like, you can't do that to me, don't hide me.
yeah,
No, we not hiding nowhere. Now we can
yeah,
hide later on. Once we get to that level where we feel like we real comfortable with each other,
yeah,
then we can get to that. We sitting down and we relaxing in it.
mhm,
It's different. But I
yeah.
need to get a good feel for you out in the
Dinner and a
open first.
movie.
That's
Dinner
my
and a
feel.
movie is a couple's date. It's not a get to
Yeah,
know each other date.
no, it's that date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a difference.
That's what people do when they're actually dating, or they're in a in a relationship, starting to, then they're past, they done got to that level where they're very comfortable with each other. They can do anything.
Yeah.
But if you really want to see, but then you got some people that just like that. They they don't want to do nothing else. I mean, that's just not a
Hmm.
person that I would be. I need you to be able to be sociable, to be able to want to have fun with me,
Hmm.
not necessarily say club and all of that stuff like that. But I want you to be able to have a good time with me.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
but
Because there's a lot of
there's a
people that don't understand how to interact sociably, and so, and if you are that kind of woman or guy, then that's fine. I know that certain things that I'm gonna go to, my husband is not. He's not the kind of person, that I'm everywhere. When I'm out and
Mhm.
about, I'm moving around, I'm speaking to people, I'm introducing myself, la da da
Yeah.
da, and he's just the kind of person where he's just gonna observe. And if he knows some people there, he'll interact with them. If he gets introduced, he's gonna be cordial, he'll have a conversation with you. But he is not like me. As soon as I open the
Like a
door, I'm like,
go-getter.
hey, who's
Yeah,
here?
right. And that's how I am. But then you have some that is not, but they're still comfortable in the setting. So you got some people that may not still even be comfortable in the setting. So at least I know too that even if I'm sociable more than you are, but you're still comfortable with going with me places and being able to fit in or being able to do something if needed. Not like, oh,
Yes.
I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to go there. I don't want to. So that's different. But when you have people, I don't expect everyone to be like me. And I expect to find a partner that is identical to me. I don't want
No.
you to be identical to me, because
Uh-uh.
then we're not going to, give each other what we need. I'm
For
gonna give
sure.
you what you need, you give me what I need. We cannot be alike.
Yeah. And it's
We
a
cannot
song
be
that I
exactly.
love that says that you don't understand that you're teaching that person how to live without you, when you are steady
Mm-hmm.
saying, no, I'm not gonna, no, I don't wanna, no, you're steady teaching that person that, okay, well, the things that are important to me are the things that I'm able to do without you, and I'm having fun and
Yeah.
I'm doing it. You're teaching me how to be without you. And so if you
And
can
to
do
go
that,
somewhere else to find that.
if you are teaching me how to be without you, you cannot be upset when I'm not with you. You know?
Ooh.
So that is
Ex-
true. And so I know
Exactly.
when, and you say you're
That is
not
true.
dating right now.
Mm-mm. No,
No.
no. So I mean, you have people that definitely be out and about and they may talk to you and stuff like that, but I most likely leave it, kind of leave it where it's at, only because I don't just date because of somebody coming and walk up to me and be like, hey, I want your number. It's about what I'm able to give at the moment. What I got going on in my life, what I'm able to contribute with it. Because I tell people, no one's obligated to do anything, but I don't want to get in a situation with you even dating and not be able to be still consistent. It may not be, you don't have to be on top of things all the time, but you still want to be consistent to a point if you're pursuing somebody or someone likes you. So I don't want to give no one the wrong, feelings about anything, but I got a lot of things that I'm doing that I don't necessarily have the time to give it to someone else,
Mm.
my time like that. And, then it's going to be periodically. Then sometimes it might be because of all the different things I'm doing. I might have to go into work. I might have to do this and that, and I have to cancel, cancel, So
Mm-hmm.
probably maybe like fall, like after my son go to college in August and my daughter starts, then maybe I'll, things will settle down in probably about a month or two or something like that. And I'll say, okay, maybe I have a little extra time, but I want to be real and 100%,
Talk about
and
that
don't want,
though, real quick, and I'm gonna let you go. I ain't gonna hold you because I want you to enjoy
yeah.
Scott. But talk about there real quick about understanding and noticing your time that you have available. Talk about that, because a lot of people don't really get that I don't have the
Mhm.
time right now, and they still try to squeeze in this time for dating. And I mean, how does it end up? Talk about that, how you really acknowledge that you don't have that time right now to give.
Because, like I talked with one guy lately and he was like, I've been single for a while. So people tend to ask you, you've been single for a long time, the reason why. And, they say you're beautiful, you're this, you're successful, or you got a job, you got your own business, different things like that. I say, yeah. And because of that has a reason why too, because I want to build, I'm wanting to, I want more, always want more. I feel like there's
Mm-hmm.
always the sky's the limit. And because of that, you leave a lot of people behind you when they're not on that same run with you. You don't have to be doing even at the same level, but you got to have the same hunger for it. You have to have the striving to be able to get more than what you have and want more. Now if you right where you want to be at and you feel as though okay, but a lot of times, a lot of men that I'm seeing, I'm like, okay, that's it. you know. But with time, because I know that I do things, and a lot of things I do is in order, you know, and that's how I am, and that's how I get to do all that I need to do, especially all the important things, because I do things in order. I like a lot of order and do things, and I feel like when I actually have that time, I know I have that time. Just like a person knows when they budget their money. You know what you can put to the side. You know what you have to spend. Now, if you spend more than that now, you know you dipping into something else, and you
Yeah.
take it away from that, right? So I figure, you know, so if I'm going to give you the time, then I already have this all planned out and figured out and how it's supposed to be. So now you're either taking time that I'm with my children, you're either taking time that I have to sit down and work on this project that I'm doing. You taking away from something by me trying to squeeze that in.
Yes.
And I have priorities. And so I got to put my feelings and things that I want to do sometimes aside for the priorities of things that I need to do at the moment, things that I have to do.
Yes.
So that's how you mindfully have to think. A lot of people go on their feelings, and I always tell men say, well, if you find this person, what if you see this person? I said, you know what I go according to? My mind. My
Yeah.
feelings can get hurt. My feelings anything can happen with my feelings, but let me tell you something. You can't take away my mind. I have to have that set and actually have to do that, because if you're going to be able to take out time on to break, you know, your whole program and what you got going on in your life for every little thing, you're never going to progress. You're never going to grow. You're never going to have anything. So how you going to keep breaking something? I'm going to fit you in and not really fitting you in. I'm putting you in a place where I know you can be. So if I'm actually dating, then I guess what? I got a place for you. I'm not fitting you in. I'm not pushing you, squeezing you, and I'm not sacrificing or taking away from something else. Guess what? You actually got a place. So then everything is going to go smoothly. And you know, a lot of people, my friends, and a lot of people don't see things how I see things. They be like, you too much with order. I said, that's the way that I am able to be where I'm at right now, by having order. And I have to. I can't. And I can't break it for nothing. I can't break it for nothing. There's a lot of things, even with my kids, I don't break it. I don't break. My son told me one day, he's like, I said, you think you're going to get a break? He said, you hard on me. He said, I said, I ain't gonna never stop. And I'm not gonna ease up, because these streets, this world out here, they ain't gonna give you no break.
They don't give
They ain't gonna
up.
give you no break. And they gonna be,
Miss
and look, they gonna
Burnett
be way worse than
Lafayette
me.
coming with the
Yes,
word today. Yes,
yes,
I love
yes,
it.
yes, yes.
I
So yes,
absolutely
yes,
love
yes.
it. Man, yes, we're
At
gonna
some
have to
point,
do
I'm
a
gonna
show
do it.
together about that, because
Yes.
a lot of these people need to understand that. They need to understand
Mm-hmm.
that, yes, it's not that I am squeezing you in, I am making room, and this is what I have time for. I appreciate that completely. I do. I
Yes,
understand completely. I love
yes,
it. We're gonna
ma'am.
have to do a show about that for sure.
We gonna have to do it. I'm
Yes.
here.
We're gonna
Look,
have to do that.
I'm gonna put up a flyer probably tomorrow. I did put up our new flyer
Oh, great. Go ahead.
for,
Yes. Tell them about Red.
for
Yes,
next
go
month.
ahead.
And so I have my little birthday, little get together or whatever, little party. I'm gonna put a
Don't
flyer
say nothing
on the
little
fifth.
about this.
I'm gonna put my little birthday. My little birthday is on August 5th. It's coming up in like 2 weeks. So I'll put that up too, but so people can know, like, I did the flyer, so we got the flyer up for our next month event for Red Lips and Fedoras. So, you know, all the ladies be out there again, and we'll have
Yes.
a great time. But I'm gonna come on look, whenever I see it, that's why I was like, oh, she on, let me click on. Let me
Yes,
click on it.
ma'am.
Like
We had
I'll be
a
on, try to get on it
blast.
anytime.
We had
Yeah.
a blast last Red Lips and Fedoras. And so, of course,
This
ladies,
one is
come
gonna be
out in
good.
your fedoras and your red lips, and gentlemen, come out dressed sharp, casket sharp. Okay, because
Right?
the ladies are going to be dressed to the
Come.
nines,
I'm
and
telling
so
you,
we got to make
it's
sure
gonna
that
be good.
everyone is dressed and nice for the red lips and fedoras. I cannot wait. And what day
Yes,
is it,
yes,
and
yes.
where is it?
So it's going to be at Martin Cigar, off of Hayward Road, and it's going to be at 8 o'clock on August 13th.
All
Yes,
right.
yes, yes.
gonna be super nice.
So
Thank you so much, Miss
definitely, you're welcome.
Lafayette. I love it. And so we
All
will
right.
talk to you next time, and we're gonna get a show
Yes.
together on what we're gonna talk about because we need
You
these,
let me know.
need these people to get
All
together.
right. I'll
All
talk
right,
to you
dear.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. All right, y'all. She gave y'all a mouthful, okay? And so she gave y'all some real good advice, making sure that y'all have time to date first of all, most important, okay? And so that is a big deal, making sure that you have time to date. Don't be squeezing in, fitting in nobody or nothing like that, okay? And so it's a lot that can be said about this topic. Of course, part 2 is even better. I love it. And so y'all make sure y'all drop inside of the comments anything that y'all have to say about this. Some of y'all joined us a little late, so go back and rewatch it because it was a lot of jewels dropped tonight. I do believe we are on the way to the village and understanding mentality. We on the way. It's a lot more woke people, okay? And so if y'all can go ahead and make sure that y'all rewatch it, send some people inside of the group. If y'all know a talker, if y'all know somebody that is willing to talk about everything, and anything, and just has some good insight and can use their words wisely, invite them into the group, invite them into the lives, because I want to get everyone's opinion, everyone's, point of view, because a lot of people have dealt with certain things and a lot of people haven't, so they don't have an understanding of certain things. And so that's what we're here for. And what the hell now? What the hell is going on now? And so that's what's going on right now. What the hell has happened to the dating scene? I thank y'all for joining me again tonight. I am D Carter. Let me see who, on camera. Seeing your friends. If you can't do it another time, lay down, okay? But send your friends into the lives. It's okay, Zuleika. I look forward to speaking with you. But send your friends to the What the Hell Now show. And I am on all platforms now, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're still working to load everything up so that y'all can see it and stream it in the car and everywhere. And so this show will be on YouTube within the next week, I'm gonna say. But make sure that y'all log in to your podcast, whatever you stream podcasts on, and you will see the What the Hell Now show, the WTH Now show. And just look forward to seeing y'all next week. It's going to be a really good show. I have someone coming up that is, well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give a spoiler, but it's going to be a good show. And if y'all are going out to the Q event that is in Charlotte this week, I will be out there on Thursday. So I will see y'all out there live and broadcasting so that I can just talk to y'all randomly on the street. It's going to be a lot of fun with What the Hell Now. Okay. And so just come on in. If y'all have any topics that you would like to talk about, share and come on live with me about. I do travel. Let me know. Again, this is D Carter with WTHN What the Hell Now, the What the Hell Now show on YouTube and podcasts everywhere. Thank you all so much. Go back and watch the live. Bye.